Okay, what is the difference between a American Doberman and a European Doberman? The difference between the American and the European, the American and the European, is that one, the American Dobermans have four standard of the colorings: black and tan, chocolate red, blue, and a fawn called Isabella. Now, in the FCI, the European standard, they only accept two colors of the breed, and that's one, obviously black and tan, and the chocolate reds. And the difference is that Americans don't have much drive, but Europeans, they have more drive, because Europeans are a working dog. Another difference is that the head shapes. The American Doberman has a smaller head, and the Europeans have more of a bigger head, almost like a Great Dane, almost. A little bit. They also the Europeans also have big paws. And obviously the Americans have smaller paws. There's a lot of difference between the Americans and the Europeans. Now, which Doberman did I get? I get, of course, the European. Why? Because I want the dog to be a working dog, and number two is that I also want to be active like what I was many, many years ago. Because when I was in high school, I was a little bit skinny back then. And then as soon when I graduated, I got a little fat. And years, like 3 years or 4 years later, I got like much worse. I don't jog as much. I don't ride my bike as much. And I really want the dog to kind of motivate me to get back in action a bit. That's why I really want this European Doberman. Also, another thing is that, well, obviously since they're good working dogs, there's a lot of European Dobermans that do Schutzhund or IGP, IPO, or whatever you want to call it in it. While as for Americans are very rare, but the Americans are only good at like AKC confirmation shows. But yeah. And the Europeans are much more thicker too. They're a little bit more stocky and more robust. And I think that the Europeans, since they're a working dog, they have more drive, and they have... Oh yeah, I already said that they have drive. They're probably much faster, because most dogs that are from show lines are much slower, because like, for example, the German Shepherd, the show line German Shepherds don't have drive as much as their working line counterparts, is because they're bred out of that. They're bred out of their, the genetics, what they were bred to do. Now, yes, my European dog is also is obviously 100% European. However, there's actually two types of European Dobermans, which I'm actually going to do another video on, which is the difference between Eastern European and Western Dobermans. But anyways, this dog, is still going to be a working dog. His father is a working dog. His dog has done a Schutzhund 1 title, IPO 1 title. And I hope that, he'll be a good working dog. I really hope so. Right now, he's 7 weeks old. So, yeah. But what are your thoughts? Which Dobermans do you like better? Do you guys like the Americans or do you guys like the Europeans? Let me know.